So, let me give you a quick rundown of my history with Precure because I think it's quite interesting. You might find it interesting. And I just like Precure. And let's get into it. Boss gave me a bunch of merchandise to put up for my bootleg anime job. I'm like, okay, I find a website on there. I go to the website. It takes me to a site that has a lot of Precure merch, and I get curious because I love magical girls. I go there, don't understand a single thing, and this is when Max Heart was coming up, and I didn't know what to do. So I went to LiveJournal the next year because it was in the back of my mind, and there were Splash Star subs, and I was like, okay, let's do this. So I download the torrent to the Splash Star, and I thought it was Futariwa episode 1 so I could get a grasp on the series. No, it was Splash Star, and I didn't know what was going on. It was charming, it was cute, but again, in the back of my mind, not going to come back to it. Enter 2007, where the Go-Go Girls come up, and oh my gosh, they were so cool, and it was more my speed, and it had more of a theming, I would think, so got really big behind that, but the torrent stopped because there was nobody subbing it at the time. Understandable. And then I kind of lost interest because, again, nobody was, like, fan-subbing it, and then the next year came around, and nobody was subbing the Go-Go Girls again. Yes, pretty cute, whatever. So I was mad about that. They looked cool, they looked fun, and I did crossplay as one of the girls, though. I'm not going to say which one, so yeah, I still love Precure. Enter that same year at Anime Expo 2007, there was a vendor there. I'm not sure if it was official or not toy, but they were selling Precure t-shirts for Futariwa, and they had villains, and the girls, I bought a shirt that was smaller than my normal size, and I kind of regretted it because it shrank, and I was sad, and I never wore it again, and it got shirt rot, and I was so sad. I don't know where the shirt is now, but it could be in my stuff. Who knows? At this point, I really regret not buying the villain shirt and a bigger size. Heck me. Next year, 2008, Fresh comes out. I loved Fresh. It was okay. I didn't stick with it. Wasn't too fond of all the girls or whatever. Pine was alright. Just didn't like her outfit. That's all I remember. And they had a big villain twist or whatever. I like it for that, but I didn't stick with it. But then when Heartcat came out, I was like, let's go. I loved everything about it. It was like a little bit of Oji, Doremi, whatever, character design, because I really liked the design. I didn't like the idea of witches, though, but this one was based off of flowers, and at the time I had a webcomic that was based off of flowers. Oh my god! It hit all the right points for me, and it was so great, and Marine is just such a beautiful character. I love her so much. That's where like this all really instilled with me, like, I really like Precure. The LiveJournal days, something wild. Speaking of LiveJournal, I used to download a lot from the people who supported it and would upload the English version, the Canada version of Futariwa, and that was really cool. They stopped after a while, I think. I'm not sure if I downloaded all of it. I'm not sure. But even if I am sure and I find those discs, they probably have disc rot. You're sensing a pattern with my stuff. It gets all rotten. I don't know. Maybe it's my storage methods, which is like in the dead air of a wine cellar. Sweet came out in the next year. I wasn't a big fan of the character designs or the relationships between the characters, so I skipped that hardcore. The next year, funny things started to happen with me and the fandom. Smile Precure came out, and I was for sure it was going to be a continuation of Heartcatch. I was wrong. Well, anyways, I got mad at the fandom and Precure and Toy or whatever, and I thought, wouldn't it be funny if I got the previews for Smile and I dub over it, abridge over it? Wouldn't it be hilarious? So I got my camera and I recorded my voice from a camera, not a microphone, a camera mic, and I did a little editing magic and stuff, and it got a lot of hits at the time, because nobody was doing Precure in English, or at least very goodly. I don't know. I wasn't so good on my voice acting skills at the time. I think that was practically like my first time voice acting like that. So, wow. So I was amazed. And I got somebody saying, like, I would like to use your voice in my Precure fandubs. And I was like, yeah, let's go. So I voiced for this team, and they were going to release like all the all-star movies, but it was such a big undertaking that they just didn't finish because of one reason season or another, which is unfortunate. But I played Mipple, and I'm not even sure if my lines got included in that. But that's okay because it was a big, learning stuff for on my part. So that was really cool and fun. So I started to abridge Smile Precure, and I ended it after episode 1 because Toy, they can't take a joke. But that's okay. And I learned a lot. Also, the person who uploaded like a day before my abridged series came out, I hope you're doing all right. But thank you for stealing my fender too! And so I started to abridge stuff for other people, and they never used my lines. There was this big whole thing, and they were big dummy jerks, so I was a big dummy jerk back. But a lesson learned. Don't work with anybody that's not cool for abridging. Up until, I think, Star Twinkle, I really didn't keep up with the series. I would watch the first episode and then cherry pick some episodes in between certain series, and then go back and watch like the last like 3 or 2 episodes of a Precure season and be like, okay, that was pretty alright. Also, babies, not a big fan. Not a big fan of baby muscats, but yeah. So when we got to Star Twinkle, my friend that was into Sentai and Precure and Sakuga was like, hey, let's do art thing. So I was like, okay, let's do an art thing. And we kind of used that time a little bit as like a book club, but for Precure. So it was kind of like that. It was fun. It was cute. I liked it very muchly. It was very fun. So that was the first Precure season after Heart Catch that I watched all the way through, which was quite amazing. Healing Good, I was not a big fan. It was kind of dull to me, very samey, so I didn't really quite bother. But when Tropical Rouge came out a year or 2 prior, I said on my Twitter, which I deleted the tweet, I would like a Tropical Precure. Can we do that, Toy? Thank you for listening, Toy. I'm going to take that as a win on my side that you listen to me. I know you do, because you took down my parodies. Ew. I'm having a bit of copium here, but everything about that season is just so good. I didn't finish the season only because I don't want it to end. I know how it ends. I didn't watch it though, it's so far, so therefore it hasn't ended if I haven't watched it, right? Right. I just love how goofy it gets. I love all the characters. Not one of them I hate, and usually I hate at least one character in Precure, but these ones the character designs are so good. We haven't seen really good character designs that good since Star Twinkle, I would argue. So coming back from that and going on to Delicious Party, it's a very hard follow for me, and those designs just did not work for me. Other than that, Sky Precure has been so fun so far. I haven't kept up with the story, but I really like the character designs, and I do like what they're going for. We got the first baby Precure, we got the first bird Precure, we got the first adult Precure, and the first blue Precure. That's like the lead. There's so many firsts. And then we got some guys as a whole group of Precure in the musical, and adult Precure. That's so fun. So that's where I stand with all of the Precure history I have. I did not mention, well, now I'm mentioning it on my main channel that I used to upload videos to. I uploaded this stupid little video of like me explaining the first All-Star movie or second All-Star movie, I'm not quite sure, and crudely drawn, crudely explained. I thought it was hilarious.
All the special and yellowish cures get split up together. They put up a good fight, but they lost because Cure Beat and Cure Symphony haven't been introduced yet. They were sad and almost dead. And then they have a special 3D dance thing.
And stupid, and a lot of people disagreed. Well, that's fine. That's fine. Why were you even looking for Precure in like 2011 anyways, you silly little weenies? Anyways, you're not weenies. I'm the weenie. I'm gonna go now. Thank you for putting up with my BS. And you're pretty awesome though. And you don't have any BS. Thank you very much. Have a lovely ass always. Bye.